What's going on, beautiful people? It's your boy here, Wesley from Rest the Critic here on YouTube, the one place on the World Wide Web where we actually give you honest reviews about film and cinema. If this is your first time seeing me, definitely follow me on my social media, Twitter and Instagram at West the Critic, and let's get into it. Now, I break my videos up, all right? I start off with the actors, I work my way through the script, I give you my rating, which will either allow you to feel like you need to see it or not. And then I go into my full review, which will give you some spoiler territory. So you can watch my video up into my rating, decide if you want to watch it. And if you want to watch it, pause this video and go watch it. And then come back and you'll get my little real, like, honest human review, right? Because I'm a reviewer, not a reporter. Yes, now, I want to talk about The Contractor, which is a film that's on Paramount Plus. I pretty much have like every subscription from these online streaming services except for Hulu. I had Hulu at one point, but then I got rid of it because it didn't make sense for me to keep it. And I got Apple Plus so that I can see, you know, Will Smith's film, Emancipation. But I think I'm gonna get rid of Apple Plus because I don't feel like there's a reason to keep that. Not unless you think this is a reason for me to keep Apple Plus, then let me know. But anyway, The Contractor is a rated R film released on Paramount Plus, year 2022. Okay, and it's starring Chris Pine. I like Chris Pine. I think Chris Pine is super dope, actually. Chris Pine, I'm kind of wondering why he isn't like a major like superhero, but I don't know. I like Chris Pine. Jillian Jacobs, my face don't really, you know, remember her or know who she is. Ben Foster, Kiefer Sutherland, of course, everybody knows Kiefer Sutherland. Nina Haas, and then Eddie Marzan. Only two names that really stand out to me is Kiefer Sutherland and Chris Pine, right? So looking at the ratings that they have here, well, I'll get to the ratings after I talk about the script. Let's go into the script. I think the script is pretty cool. It's straightforward. It's typical Bourne Identity, typical Ghost Recon, typical, you know, action flick kind of scenario, spy, espionage kind of thing, where, you know, man gets a gig or contract job to kill somebody and get something overseas and bring it back to the US, and he gets X amount of money to do that, and crap hits the fan and he has to protect himself and his family. We've seen this storyline before, so the script is not necessarily original, but it was a solid script. All right, my rating for this film, audience rating summary is a 3.4 out of 5. Okay, that's a little over half, right? Then IMDb is a 5.8 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 44%. Voodoo is a 3.9 out of 5. My rating for this film is a solid 6. The reason why it's a solid 6 is because we've been there, done that, heard it all before, you know, and it's like nothing new. It's nothing new to it. Chris Pine, on the other hand, though, does a phenomenal job in it. His acting is off the chain. I think everybody does a solid job in the film. It's just not original enough for me to want to give it a high score. And like what happens in the film is not that like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, right? So what we're about to do now is get into the full review of the thing. So if you haven't seen the film and would like to see it, I suggest you go see it. 6 to me is watchable. Anything under 6 is like trash, don't watch it. But 6 and up is watchable to me, okay? If you decide that you want to watch it, I suggest you do. It's a good 6. It's a nice, solid film. It's not groundbreaking, but it's a nice film. On to the review. This movie, for me, kind of like dragged up until when the action started, which was like, I want to say 40 minutes in. Wow, right? Like, wow, right? We get this like buildup of like history and why he's getting discharged and why he's not a part of the military or the forces anymore, and all this, and then the wife, you know, being scared and not wanting him to do any of this work anymore, because, you know, people are dying left and right around them, and people are sick left and right around them, and he has this injury, this knee injury, and the wife just doesn't want to lose her husband. So we get all the buildup in the story and all of that. But the action doesn't really start until like 40 minutes in, truth be told. And I was a little annoyed by that, because I'm looking at the timeline and I'm like, dang, But it starts, and you know, the budget wasn't really there for this film. So, you know, a lot of like the things that they were doing really didn't seem like they had the money to really do the things that they were doing. And just even the way that they were dressed up when they got the team together, this high-tech espionage team together to do the job in Berlin, the outfits that they had on didn't really seem like it seemed like they got the outfits from Dick's, you know what I'm saying? The guns that they were using seemed like they got the guns from Dick's as well. And so it was just like, I don't know, it was given real budget. And what really made it feel like it was really budget, the whole thing that they were looking for was data and schematics that was on an iPad. I was like, why are we doing this on a film? Like, why is this in a film? Why are we using an iPad to showcase all of the data in a film? Like, granted, budget indie films, okay, deserve work. And I'm not hating. I'm not hating on none of that. This was directed by Tarik Saleh. This was screenplay JP Davis, production company Thunder Road Pictures, and Ingenious Media. Never heard of them. Budget, cool. Not a problem. We all deserve for our stuff to get picked up by big distribution companies, right? And so big up to them for that. But I feel like they could have orchestrated or engineered a different way to show us the high-tech data that we were looking for. A laptop would have been better than an iPad. Just my opinion, right? But other than that, we watch it, okay, boom. Chris Pine goes and does some things that he doesn't want to do by killing the people, he burning down the place or whatever. And then when they go to escape, they get got by the Berlin police or whatever. And it's this huge shootout. Well, it's a standoff, not a huge shootout. It's a standoff. Remember, we're working with a budget. And so they're out in the woods, people get pop, 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 people are dying left and right. But the thing is, Chris Pine survives and his partner, Ben Foster, survives, right? And so Mike survives, right? And so Chris Pine helps Mike escape. They escape, they're in the sewers, and like, you know, Mike is losing blood. And so I don't know how they did this. But Chris Pine opens up a whole hospital in the sewer lines. It got an IV with the drip and the cord and the hanging of the IV bag, and he drawing his blood and all this. Where he get all this from, I don't know. But all this come out the Dick's backpack, and he doing a blood transplant, a blood transfusion in the sewer lines to get his partner to come back. Now how he closed up the wound, I don't know, because if he had lost a lot of blood, he should still be bleeding. But I don't see how he sutured. Maybe he sutured up the. I don't know. But I know he opened up a whole Cedar St. Sinai in the sewer lines, and that's when I was miss me with all that. Miss me with that. I could understand that. And then, you know, after he done bring his partner back to health, after saying, I'm not gonna leave you in these sewer lines, because the Berlin Police Department is looking for them. The Berlin authorities is looking for them. They ain't think to go in the sewer lines, but they looking for them, right? Because the sewer lines was in the water. And so mind you, both of them got open gunshot wounds, and they swimming in this dirty ass water. None of them got infections. Oh, well, no. Because the doctor cleaned out one of the infections. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. But they in the sewer lines, he opened up the Cinematography or whatever, and then it becomes like Mike is brought back to health, and then Chris Pine is sick because Chris Pine got knee issues, right? And so where Chris Pine didn't leave Mike, his partner, the partner is like, well, you know, what do you want me to do? And then Chris Pine is like, you should leave me here. I just need 24 hours to recoup and I'll be fine. And then the partner leave him. Okay, again, I don't know how he lost all his blood. He get a blood transfusion in the Cinematography sewer hospital and his wound closed up. But anyway, he get his butt back in that dirty ass water and he escaped. So Chris Pine get out and he wake up, his knees still effed up, but he's swimming through the water, the dirty water, he get out. He got, all of a sudden now, he got on this swimsuit, a water suit, come from nowhere. I don't know how he got all these tubes coming out of nowhere. But this swimsuit come from nowhere and he got on this swimsuit. Now he put on mud and stuff, hiding himself and stuff from the dogs and the Berlin authorities, and he get away. He get to this hotel, he check in the hotel, he got his his new passport and stuff to get out of Dodge or whatever the case may be. He checked into his contact telling him to meet me at the halfway point. I get somebody to pick you up. He don't believe what's going on because he like, we're my partner. And the contact, like, your partner, all right, he fine. We couldn't get a hold of him, but he fine. He all right. We couldn't get a hold of him, but he fine. We all right. Something along them lines. I was falling asleep during this movie, which is why I gave it a 6. I was in and out of sleep. So Chris Pine, he goes to the halfway point to meet up with the people. And he meeting up with the people or whatever. And it's a trap, right? And they shoot. It's a shootout. They shoot. Humans is getting got. Civilians is getting got. They get shot up. He jumping in the water. He dodging people. This is when the action start. I think we like 60 minutes in at this point. So the action start, and you know, Chris Pine beating people up and stuff. He's stabbing people and all this. But he getting beat up himself. But he's stabbing people or whatever. He ended up finding out more information, and he goes to this not halfway house, but this what they call them? This safe house. He goes to this safe house. This dude get him in this safe house. They have some nasty steak. They connected over nasty steak. And then people go to the shootout. They safe house. They shoot it out the safe house. And then the dude that helped him, Chris Pine, to escape, gets shot. Chris Pine blow up the safe house or whatever because he getting away. Now he know that something's afoot, and he trying to get back to the family because he think his partner gone. And so he just trying to make it back to his family, trying to make it back to the U.S. soil. He get back to the U.S. soil to go to his partner's family's house to let the partner's family know that the partner gone. Come to find out the partner's still alive. Ooh, plot twist, ooh. So Chris Pine is upset. He stick out the house. The very next day, he go to chase the partner. The partner beat him up a little bit because the partner knew that he was getting stake out or whatever. So they have this heart-to-heart, and this is when Chris Pine got me. This is when I felt like Chris Pine was really, really good as an actor in this film, and he got me. Chris Pine had to have a moment for his character to showcase his vulnerability and, you know, aggravation toward his partner who played him, okay, and did him dirty and left him there. According to the partner said that the contact had said that Chris Pine died, right? And that they was gonna pay off the family or whatever. Unbeknownst to the partner that Chris Pine was still alive. So Chris Pine is like, nope, we gotta set this right. I'm not about to leave my family in the dirt, so you got to help me set this right. And so they set it right. They go off to have a shootout situation with the contact and his crew on his ranch, and you know, Chris Pine survives. They kill a villain and Kiefer Sutherland, and I'm like, you know, okay. But where this became a 6 for me, and where they lost me is when the partner didn't make it. Like, because it wasn't the partner's fault. You know what I'm saying? The partner was told one thing and he believed it. And so Chris Pine made his friend go and get revenge, but his friend ended up dead, and now his family is fatherless. Like, I wouldn't have felt like no sort of way had the partner lied, you know, and knew that Chris Pine was still alive. But he didn't know that Chris Pine was still alive. So now he got to suffer because Chris Pine is upset at the people. Like, that wasn't cool. Like, I felt like the movie could have easily been a 7-ish if, you know, the partner survived and the ending wasn't as quick as it was, and if we didn't have to wait 40 to 45 minutes to get to action. But that's my review of the show. 6 is solid. It's watchable. 6 is watchable. Let me know what you thought about the review, and let me know if you saw the movie. Would you yourself give it a 6? Would you give it a higher rating or a lower rating? Do me a solid, click that thumbs up button on this video and leave your comments below and let me know what you thought. Deuces.